There's great power in prayer, even more in group prayer. This is the foundation of the Unity Movement and our church. Our prayer ministry has close to over 100 active participants supporting our community and the world. There's great synergy in us coming together consistently. Beyond our own personal experience with prayer, there's so much evidence to its impact on the collective consciousness. The Maharishi effect shows that if 1% of the population meditates, it produces measurable improvements in the quality of life for the whole population. The world is going through a lot of change. We must go to the unchanging realm of the divine and help co-create the best outcome for the most impactful event taking place. Let's join together to support this cause. Thank you for joining us. Your presence, your consciousness is summoned for humanity at this time.
When I find myself in times of trouble, Mother Mary comes to me, speaking words of wisdom, let it be. And in my hour of darkness, she is standing right in front of me, speaking words of wisdom, let it be. Let it be. Let it be, let it be, let it be. Whisper words of wisdom, let it be. And when the broken-hearted people living in the world agree, there will be an answer, let it be. For though they may be parted, there is still a chance that they will see. There will be an answer. Let it be. 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 There will be an answer. Let it be. 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 Whisper words of wisdom. Let it be. When the night is cloudy, there is still light that shines on me. shine until tomorrow, let it be. I wake up to the sound of music. Mother Mary comes to me, speaking words of wisdom. Let it be. 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 Whisper words of wisdom. Let it be. 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 Whisper words of wisdom. Let it be.
Good morning and Happy New Year, everybody.
Happy New Year.
Boy, I tell you, this is quite an impressive crowd for like New Year's Day. I mean, you all are like ringing in the new year and you're here this morning, so my hat's off to you all. Thanks for making us a part of your Sunday morning here, the first day of 2023. Is everybody ready for a great new year here? Let it be. For those of you who are joining us online, we thank you and we welcome you, and you're going to be part of our great new year here at Unity as well. Since it's the first Sunday of the month, first Sunday of the year, we have our youth joining us in the sanctuary today, and we want to stand up and give them a blessing. So together we say, you are loved, special, and important just the way you are. Now don't sit down because we're going to get happy here, okay? You all ready to get happy?
It might seem crazy what I'm about to say. Sunshine, she's here, you could take a break. I'm a hot air balloon that could go to space with the air like I don't care, baby, by the way. Sing along. Because I'm happy. Clap along if you feel like a room without a roof. Because I'm happy. Clap along if you feel like happiness is the truth. Because I'm happy. Clap along if you know what happiness means to you. Because I'm happy. Clap along if you feel like that's what you want to do. Here come bad news, talking this and that. Well, give me all you can, baby, don't hold back. I should probably warn you that I'll be just fine. No offense to you, don't waste your time. Because I'm happy. Clap along if you feel like a room without a roof. Because I'm happy. Clap along if you feel that happiness is the truth. Because I'm happy. Clap along if you know what happiness is to you. Because I'm happy. Clap along if you feel like that's what you wanna do. Happy. Bring me down. Can't nothing. Can't bring me down. My level's too high. Happy. Can't bring me down. Can't nothing. Bring me down. Because I'm happy, 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 happy. I said I'm happy. Clap along if you feel like a room without a roof. Clap along if you feel like happiness is the truth. Because I'm clap along if you know what happiness means to you. Because I'm clap along if you feel like that's what you wanna do. Because I'm Clap along if you feel like that's what you want to do. Because I'm clap along if you know that happiness is the truth. Because I'm clap along if you feel like a room without a roof. Because I'm clap along if you know that that's what I want to do. Please remain standing now and join us in the welcome song. Welcome into this place. Welcome into this open vessel. You desire to abide in the praises of your people. So we lift our hands and we lift our hearts as we offer up this praise unto your name. Welcome into this place. Welcome into this open vessel. You desire to abide in the praises of your people. So we lift our hands and we lift our hearts as we offer up this praise unto your name. Surely the presence of the Lord is in this place. I can feel God's mighty power and God's grace. There's a holy hush around us. I see glory on each face. Surely the presence of the Lord is in this place.
Let us prepare ourselves through prayer for this burning bowl experience. So let us pray. We turn within to our Christ light and embrace our divinity, the purest part of our being. And from this light, we allow our hearts to defrost and open fully to the expansiveness and love of Spirit. We contemplate all the ways our beliefs, fears, resentments, past experiences, and relationships may have stymied us from being the fullest expression of the divine that we are meant to be. So we bless every thought, every emotion, every relationship, and every experience, knowing it has brought us to this now moment. And now we release to the light to be transmuted to love all that keeps us from our good and no longer serves us. Having let go of our burdens, we are now free and unlimited. We discern what is truly ours to do and who we are meant to be. We replace what has been released with loving kindness toward ourselves and others, and we set the intention to be open and receptive to transformation and new ways of being. We hold this intention for every name in this prayer box, all those we hold dear, and all those unnamed in need of prayer. Through grace, we rest in this peace of the divine, and so we let it be. Amen.
the Spirit run my life. I am one in the Spirit. I am only here for God. I release and I let go. I let the Spirit run my life. I am one in the Spirit. I am only here for God.
As we move into meditation, let us allow ourselves to get comfortable, feel the body, find a way to sit so they can be alert but yet relaxed. We let ourselves settle in. And as we move into meditation, let us acknowledge how lucky we are to be here in a place that is safe and conducive for deeper thought, quieter meditation, stronger love. So as we settle in, let us start with the breath. And we'll feel the breath come in the nose and breathe deeply enough to feel it come all the way to the bottom of the ribs in the back. So we breathe all the way in. We let the breath take us deeper. Let's extend our awareness of the body by scanning the body and seeing where there's tension and releasing it. And now let us pay particular attention to the eyes, to relax the eyes, to relax the jaw, the neck, shoulders, the arms and the hands, relaxing now the chest and shoulders and letting that relaxation travel down the whole body, relaxing the back and the belly, the hips, the thighs, the knees, the calves, the feet. It washes through as relaxation. See if you can feel your heart. Feel it open. Feel the energy of the heart. Now, if there's anything that's holding you from having a full and completely open heart, let us take note of that. Today we will be releasing, and perhaps that will be the focus of your release. So let us open our hearts wider. And if anything says no, notice that. Embrace yourself. And if anything says no, notice that. And say yes to the world. And if anything precludes that, let us make note. Now, as we move into the silence, let us set our intention to begin this year in freedom. So let us breathe in and breathe out, keeping our hearts open and becoming aware of what keeps us from being fully open. Let us do this as we sit in silence.
Give us this day our daily bread. You said you would supply all my needs according to your riches. I have but to ask, and I shall receive. To go from here and share this love you gave to me, to show someone who's lost and help them find their way, the way to truth and faith, so they can be free like me, free like me. Lord, we are your love. Lord, we are your peace. Lord, we are your joy. This day
Good morning. I know many of you were out late last night, so I'm very impressed you could be here today. How many people did both? Get here in the morning and also stayed up till midnight? 2. Well, that's really good. No, I see a few more hands. Today is about releasing. We do the burning bowl, and the way the burning bowl will work is I'll have a bit of conversation. We'll do a quick little meditation, which will give you time to write if you haven't written already. Then we'll open these doors here, and you can drop your paper into the fire that's just outside the door, and then walk that way to the bookstore and come back in through the back doors there. That's the plan. And the reason we do it is to release, so that you can begin the year fresh. So you can begin the year without the past as much on your mind as it was when you walked in here. And we're intending to release this. And so much of the releasing process, however you do it, is by intention. So if you intend to release it and you do anything, you tend to get a result. And that's what we're hoping for, is that you will feel when you leave here that you have left something that you no longer want to carry. Now, one of the things I know that is really difficult for many people, and what actually drives people to unity, because most people come from another denomination, they weren't born into unity. The ones that I used to say, you have to go through your first divorce before you get to unity. So with that in mind, I'd like to give you something to laugh about. Here's Groucho Marx. Groucho says, "I was married by a judge. I should have asked for a jury." And then Jimmy Durante said this, "My wife has a slight speech impediment. Every now and then she stops to breathe." Oh. How about this one? Zsa Gabor, more or less her answer to Jimmy Durante: "I've never hated a man enough to give back his diamonds." And in celebration of last night, Alex Levine said this: "Only Irish coffee provides in a single glass all the 4 essential food groups: alcohol, caffeine, sugar, and fat." So, with that, there's one more that y'all already know. I don't have to tell you. And this was by George Burns, and it goes like this: "The secret of a good sermon is to have a good beginning, a good ending, and have the two as close together as possible." All right, on to releasing. I was trying to think what has been one of the most effective ways of releasing for me in the last decade or so. And I would like to bring your mind back to what Byron Katie has put forth as a very simple way of releasing. Much of every form of spiritual awakening comes with release. And it can be in the form of prayer or meditation. Often when the Transcendental people were talking about the nature of meditation in their style of meditation, you would say the mantra and you would go like you were walking through an area with elephants sleeping, and one would wake up, and that would be the release of that energy that you had knotted up, the tension you had knotted up. As you went deeper and deeper, you popped off a little bit of energy, and you were freed up that way, and you began to transcend your experience. Likewise, Jesus talks about forgiveness. The Course in Miracles talks about forgiveness. Almost every deep and profound system of life really says you need to release if you want to have a beautiful, happy life. And we tend to think we can pile on more good and not worry about the release. And the tendency is that that base that we're putting it on is not adequate to support the happiness we think the new will happen. And so it crumbles. And so if you want to start with a firm foundation, The secret is to forgive, release, however you say it. The part that I find quite fascinating is that I've talked to many people, and many people in our culture say, I have a very critical mind. I'm very judgmental. I notice the faults. I make a big deal out of that. As I'm just looking around, I notice everything. I'll just notice, oh, well, the curtains aren't straight. Look at that guy's pants. I can't believe he wears, etc. It will go like that, right? We're critical. The interesting thing about the critical mind is once you develop it, it doesn't know where to stop. It doesn't say, oh, I'll be critical about food and be non-critical about everything else. It tends to be greedy and want more territory. But the worst part of its greed is that it comes and takes you as the subject. So as you point the finger, now you have 3 critical fingers pointing backward at you. And so the practice of criticizing or finding fault with or judging or however the nuance of that energy is, however you do it, it is not free. It comes back to bite you. So if you want to be happy, you cannot be that judgmental. Now, you may be cute and fun at a party, and many jokes, like the ones we have just read, are hilarious, so to speak, are hilarious because they are critical, but the danger is that it will come back and eat you alive. And so the release of anything is the release of setting you free. You set yourself free when you forgive another. You set the energy, the pattern of release by forgiving someone else, and it comes back to you. You forgive her, and you be forgiven. You stop condemning him, and you walk through life easier. I have noticed in the last few years that I don't quite criticize. I don't think as much. That's not very good, but I don't think as much about what's wrong with other people. Like I could do anything about it, right? I reserve all that for me. But I find it just as much easier to walk through life without condemning everybody. It becomes a safer world. It becomes a more pleasant world. More people you can be friends with, right? If they don't have to be every X, Y, and Z that you think every single person should be, then they could just be themselves, and that could be a curious event. Oh, look, look at this person. Without too much judgment, you have access to your own sense of belonging, which is actually the theme for the year, belonging. You belong in a world that you can agree with, right? Well, if you don't disagree with most of the world, you might belong in more of it. So our job, really, the beauty of our job is to let go. And holding on grows. I imagine as a child, I can't remember, but as an infant, you didn't have a lot of judgment about everybody. Just hadn't developed it yet. And so you were innocent, and the baseline of your experience was innocence. But as you began to add judgments, you became more critical, more discerning, we might have thought. And at the same time, what you're doing is closing in the world that you can accept. The world that is curious to you, or interesting, or fun, or something you can explore. You have made a judgment, and it's off the table. Right? So, let's make an intention to let it go. Our judgment of others, our judgment of ourselves. And I know, without even knowing your story, you have messed up in your life big time. at least once. You have done it. But so is every Joe and Jane in the building. We have all messed up. But we all have to continue, don't we? And wouldn't it be better to continue without that, pulling that wagon behind you? You could just let it go. You probably processed it enough that you know it was a mistake. Now we move on. Right? Let it go. And if someone in your tribe has done something, someone who's close to you especially, perhaps the one thing they would like and the one thing you could profit from is to forgive them and to let that go. Because this is the secret to happiness. You can't get enough if you can't let go. There just isn't enough if you're carrying those burdens. So we make our intent here to let go. I want to thank Eric Johnson. Eric Johnson came on Christmas Eve. He came on Christmas Eve and was in the hospital the next day. He came with a kidney stone to do the sound for us on Christmas Eve. And on Sunday, Christmas Day, he was in the hospital in pain. Now, I asked Eric if I could say this, but you know what a kidney stone is? It's an accretion in the kidney that forms a jagged object that pokes into you and hurts. And it hurts so bad until it passes. Isn't that an incredible metaphor for what we're doing today? That we're trying to pass something, to burn it off, to release it, and until we do, we're carrying pain in our bodies and in our minds. And it's natural. I mean, you know, you didn't ask for this, but it just comes with the human predicament. And so, think about it. You want to release. You really do. You don't need a kidney stone in the soul. Let's just let it go. Byron Katie asked these 4 questions, and this is how she lets go. Is it true? Is your judgment correct? And that is the first question, and most people, first time around, think, yeah, he should have never said that to me. And then she'll ask the second question. Can you absolutely know that it's true? Now, if you're not into settling in and going deeper into yourself, you may come back with another yes. But if you do the questioning, can you absolutely know you should have not have been told that by that person? Then the likelihood that you'll say, no, I can't absolutely know. You may still remember that it hurt your feelings, but you can know that perhaps you were judging something, then that was the problem. So can you absolutely know that? And then the next question is very much in flow with that. It's like, so what happens when you think that? And when you get to that point, what happens when you think that? What you realize is that you're miserable when you think that. That you think that he should have never said that to me makes you angry, makes you distant, makes you protective, name it. There's a lot that goes on in that. What happens when you think that thought? And then the fourth question is really just follows right after that. What would be the opposite of that? What would it be like if you did not think that? What if you didn't have that judgment? How would you be? And almost every single time I hear someone answer that question, they go, I would be free, I would be happy, I would be more open, I would be accepting. My life would be different. Ask yourself those 4 questions, and your mind begins to work out the problem, that the problem is the judgment, not what happened. Is that true? Is that really true? How do I feel? How would I feel if I didn't? 4 questions. Liberating. It's very liberating. The trick with Byron's work is to come to a solid experience of what you originally thought, and then not deviate by going, well, I really didn't think that. No, you did. And there's a very good chance that you're not only thinking about that person, but that one, that one, that one, that one, that one. And when you clean up one, you begin to loosen the grip on all those judgments. And since you're judging them, you're also judging yourself. So as you let go of one of these at a time, you become free toward yourself and toward others. Magic. Well, we're not going to do that today. That's a whole thing. But you can carry that into your process. So now we're going to take a moment to imagine what we want to give away to whomever would like to own your judgment. Let's think about it and write it down on your piece of paper. Everybody's got paper. If you need paper, we can find you some. We need paper over here. So we give you a tiny piece of paper in part because we're cheap, but also because you realize it's just the thought, the generalized thing. You don't have to write the whole story. Story's not the answer. If it was, we would have been free of it already. Okay, we'll give you a moment of silence here so you can just feel into what you want to let go of. And I just want to say, with the power of intent, let it be a psycho-emotional commitment you make right now to really let it go. And build that intensity so that you can feel the pain, and then you can feel your desire to be free of that pain. And with that, you set your intention. So when you're ready, if you'll file out this door, drop your paper in the fire, and then come around to the bookstore and come back in the back doors. So today, before we finish, let us do a little meditation. Let's feel into the release. So if you'll move into meditation with me, please. Feel the body. Feel how it feels to have intended and to have acted on that intention of releasing. Give yourself congratulations. And if the release has not been complete, you can continue intending and acting in a way that brings you release. And to fill in the place that is now empty, let us practice gratitude. Feeling grateful for our circumstances or our intentions, feeling gratitude for the help we have received or the place where we can give help. Let us just practice some gratitude. And then let us take this freedom and do something good with it. Bring more joy to others, more kindness, more respect. And let us live in such a way that we reflect our highest nature. The good, the truth, the love. And let it be so this whole year long. So indeed we can make this a happy new year. And so it is. Easier for you to have a happy new year. We're going to start you off with mimosas. If you go into the fellowship hall, we have little champagne mimosas, and we're going to offer a toast right now. So let's stand as though we're actually doing it. To your health and happiness. May you live free, love strong, and give with a full and open heart. And so it is. Happy New Year!
We don't have to worry about nothing, 'cause we got the fire and we're burning one hell of a something. They're gonna see us from outer space, light it up. 'Cause we're the stars of the human race. When the lights turn down, they don't know what they heard. Strike a match, play it loud, giving love to the world. We'll be raising our hands, shining up to the sky. 'Cause we got the fire, yeah. And we got the fire. And gonna let it burn. We gonna let it burn. Gonna let it burn. Yeah, we gonna let it burn. We don't wanna leave, no. We just gonna be right now. And what we see is everybody's on the floor acting crazy, getting closer to the lights now. Music's on, waking up. We stop the vibe, we bump it up, 'cause it's over now. We got the love, there's no secret now, no secret now. When the lights turn down, they don't know what they heard. Strike the match, play it loud, giving love to the world. We'll be raising our hands, shining up to the sky, 'cause we got the fire, 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 fire. Yeah, we got the fire, fire, fire. And we gonna let it burn, burn, burn. Yeah, we're gonna let it burn, burn, burn. Yeah, we're gonna let it burn, 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 burn. We're gonna let it burn, burn, burn. When the lights turn down, they don't know what they heard. Strike a match, play it loud, giving love to the world. We're gonna let it burn, 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 burn. We're gonna let it burn, 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 burn. We can light it up so they can put it out. We can light it up, 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 so they can put it out, out, out. Yeah, we can light it up, 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 so they can put it out, out, out. Yeah, we can light it up, 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 so they can put it out, out, out. When the lights turn down, they don't know what they heard. Strike a match, play it loud, giving love to the world. We'll be raising our hands, shining up to the sky, 'cause we got the fire, fire, fire. Yeah, we got the fire, fire, fire. And we gonna let it burn, 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 burn. We gonna let it burn, burn, burn. Gonna let it burn, 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 burn. Gonna let it burn, burn, burn. When the lights turn down, they don't know what they heard. Strike a match, play it loud, giving love to the world. We'll be raising our hands, shining up to the sky, 'cause we got the fire, fire, fire. Yeah, yeah, we got the fire, 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 and we're gonna let it burn.
Happy New Year. As we said, we want to bring more love in our lives to this year, and I'd like to share with you a quote from Ralph Waldo Emerson. And he says, "The love that we withhold is the pain we carry." So let's carry into the new year love and not pain. I'd like to give a shout out to all of those of you who helped with the Christmas potluck. It was a very meaningful experience for people to have a place to come and have a place that they belong. So thank you, each and every one of you that volunteered and also who attended. Next Sunday, we have several events happening. First of all, it will be the last information meeting for becoming a prayer chaplain. If this is a call or even something that you may consider, don't have to commit, but if this is something that's been nudging at you and you would like more information, please come to the information meeting. It will be upstairs in the conference room at 12:30. And then at the same time next week, we will be holding in the green room the Healing Circle. And the Healing Circle is a monthly spiritual counseling support group. So each of us has something on our hearts, and if you'd like to share it with others, this is the time to do it. And also next Sunday will be Ruben's meditation class that will be held at 10 o'clock upstairs in the meditation chapel. And then last but not least, we are going to be starting an affirmative prayer class that will be starting January 12th. It's a Thursday for 5 weeks. This is a requirement if you want to become a prayer chaplain. If you just want to learn more about affirmative prayer, why Unity practices affirmative prayer and what it is, please come to this class. It'll be on a Thursday night from 7 to 9. And now I'd like to ask the greeters to come forward as we bless our gifts. This is a year of belonging, as we've said. This is our theme. And one of the ways of belonging is contributing to this spiritual community so that you feel a part of it. But we also want to say thank you for all of you that have contributed this past year and made this spiritual community a possibility. And now we want to start the new year on the right foot so we're in a better place than we were last year. So if you are online, go to unitytriangle.org, click on the donate button. If you are here in the sanctuary, you can contribute either here or we have the cards in the lobby if you want to use your debit or your credit card. So now let's bless our gifts together. Divine love as me blesses and multiplies all that I am, all that I have, all that I give, and all that I receive.
We let the love wash over us. We let it be. We let the love wash over us. We let it be. We let the love wash over us. We let it be. We let the love wash over us. We let it be. The light of God surrounds us. The love of God enfolds us. The power of God protects us. The presence of God watches over us. Wherever we are, God is, and all is well.